Alright, you guys, so this is take two for this. The audio didn't come up, and I think I figured out why. Anyway, so someone left me the video. This was actually a guy from 3 years ago saying how he got paid. This is him. This is exactly what I heard last night. When I was falling asleep, and I can't imagine. So I think I think the person who put the link there. Apparently, this was done 3 years ago. It says George Soros paid protester opens up, and I'm gonna play it in a minute. But I just can't imagine why it would be on the mainstream media or even on the Stephen Colbert show, which I haven't. I looked it up, you guys. I can't find anything but two particular clips from last night, apparently. I'll look again, and if I find it, I'll link it here. But I did Google it, and it doesn't appear to be this clip. So why was this on mainstream media? How did it get out? Because George Soros is catching flack from IG, Twitter, just everywhere, for people spreading, quote, rumors about him paying for these protesters. So how did this get on mainstream media last night? If it was on TV, and I'm gonna say I'm 95% sure it was on TV, and that I wasn't hearing it audibly. Not to say that this is impossible, okay? But usually when I get audibles or hear something in the spirit, is of something that's going to take place, not something that has already taken place, okay? Usually. Not to say it's not possible. But what I thought about was, you have Floyd Mayweather paying for the funeral, which apparently this is not something unusual that he does. And then we got George Soros paying for the protests of George Floyd. Just odd. Just struck me as funny. So I'm going to play the part in the funeral. Apparently this was basketball and not football. I'm going to play 2 minutes of this, and then I'll play the protester. You'll see what made me get up and come downstairs and make that video. Come on now, don't act up.
Born at, but we're going to be remembered, everybody.
Big Floyd, I spent so many of my college summers playing basketball with him. He had a good friend named Mike Riggs who went to Worthing, and I would go pick up Mike Riggs, and we would go get Big Floyd, and we'd be at Nettleton Park and McGregor Park and Sunnyside Park, or wherever we can go find a good game. Well, then fast forward to 1998, I started a college exhibition tour team, touring around the country, going to play different colleges and exhibition games. And Big Floyd, that was my first power forward. I would be calling around trying to get contracts with the different schools, and the coaches would ask me, who's your big man? I would say, George Floyd. They say, oh, you got Big Floyd. Okay, well, your team must be pretty good. And so then we would go off and play. And not only did George play on the team, but he recruited a lot of other guys from Third Ward and the CUNY homes to come and join me. And a lot of those guys got college scholarships, and some of those guys even played professionally overseas. So it's been well established how much George Floyd was an avid sports fan and always about sports. And I was sharing with Lil Wu earlier this week that I've already secured a commitment for 3 acres of land here in Houston to do a George Floyd Memorial Sports Center.
All right, you guys, I'm going to stop it right there. So George Floyd helped to recruit other players, and those other players eventually played overseas. And now this guy is going to do a memorial piece of land for athletes. Now listen to this.
Hey folks, I'm Joe Biden. I'd like to ask you to join my campaign.
Hey, so at one point, a woman sort of facetiously asked if there were any paid protesters in the House, and of course everybody shouted no and groaned. But you stood up and indicated that you are a paid protester. What did you mean by that?
Well, I meant, like we all get paid to piece to, you know.
No, I don't know. Please explain.
Well, it's a difficult thing to explain, but basically, anytime that you're given the opportunity to protest and somebody will pay you to do it, that's like twice as good as just doing it on your own time.
So you weren't kidding around. You actually meant that you have been paid at some point to protest?
Yeah, like
How can I get in on that?
Yeah, okay, so you go to like georgesoros.com and you just sign up right there. You put your name in, you put your email address, and there's an empty box there where you say how many times you're willing to protest and how much you want to get paid.
And you get a check directly from Soros?
Directly from Soros.
That's incredible.
Signed by him. He even invited me to lunch.
Does he sign it in blood?
He said if I'm willing to like gather some more friends, I can get paid like twice as much for every friend that I gather and kind of set up a pyramid scheme.
And you can get rich just based on protesting for Soros, right?
I already have, yeah. So basically, I've been organizing most of the protesting that you see in California so far, and it's all due to being paid. If I wasn't paid, I would be, like skiing. Why?
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. I just wish more people knew about it because then we could actually like start a movement.
Okay, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah.
Unimaginable. People don't. Well, Myra must have changed the iPad. Soros and people like him operate under the guise of philanthropy. Okay, just unimaginable, you guys. I just don't understand how this got on TV last night. That's what I heard. I heard this. That guy, I heard him. How to get on TV aside from him being discredited. I'm 95% sure I heard it on TV now. Only 5% sure I heard it audibly. So, because it is possible, you guys. The truth about what really was going on as far as these protests is the truth. There were so many paid agitators, the mainstream media had to cover it to a certain extent, but I would never expect for that particular interview to end up on TV, okay? I just want to share it with y'all. I'll leave the videos below. I am going to check out Dabu's video. Sister sent me that video. Looks like the Floyd family is asking the UN to intervene now. How much? This just... I don't know what to say. All right, you guys. I'll leave the video below. I don't want to speak on it until I hear it from myself. All right? That's Dabu's video. I'll leave it below. I'll find it and leave it below. You guys can watch it with me.